Hey, everybody, welcome to Love and Reload, the voice of the relocation industry. I am your host, Ben Cross. I'm so blessed and honored to be here with my good friend, Phillip Nguyen. How you doing, Phillip?
Doing great. Happy to be here. Excited.
Dude, it's great having you, man, in studio here in
Yeah,
Dallas.
that's awesome.
It's so cool,
Yeah,
man. I just love being like with people and just connecting and
yeah,
getting to see you yesterday at NTRP and getting to kind of hang out and chat a little bit, kind of catch up with you and what's going on in your life and everything. It's just, it's really cool having you here, man.
yeah. It's been great. Seeing the office is cool. Anyone who gets a chance to do this in person, I'd definitely recommend it. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, and you got your picture on the
we
wall of fame
did.
over here.
Yeah. Got it done.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a big moment for me. So
Well, it was a big moment for us too having you here. Phillip Nguyen, Director of Global Client Development at NEI Global Relocation. It's a lot of global, man.
it's a lot of global. Yeah,
You over
that's
here.
what we are. We're tri-regional.
I love it. I love it. That's fantastic. We're gonna be talking about a lot of things today. Get in the chat there, get in the comments, hit that like button. Let us know you're out there. If you got questions for Phillip, let
Yeah.
us know. We're gonna be talking a little bit about kind of coming up in your story at NEI Global Relocation, and how you're progressed in your career and kind of what you're doing now and career pathing and the importance of that. And how do we appeal to people getting into this industry and kind of build that next pipeline of talent? We hear that all the time talking to different companies in our space, right? How do we get the
Yeah.
next generation of leaders? So I definitely want to pick your brain about that stuff. Yeah, so we got people checking in. We got Sherelle Kilgore checking in. We got Tess Cheney checking in. This will be a great show. Tess has a question already.
Hey,
Terry has a question.
shout out Tess.
Yo, thank you. Get in the comments. Yo, be like Tess. Be like Terry. Can we just hop into a
Yeah,
question?
yeah. Happy
Can we
to.
skip your story a little bit and hop into a
Yeah.
question?
We're not here for me.
You want We always like to honor the guests, or not the guests, but well, I guess you're the guest. We like to honor the audience, if
Yeah,
you will.
yeah.
Tess says this will be a great show. Are there trends on which metros that young professionals are moving to? Are there hot areas right now for mobility?
That's an interesting question. Off the top of my head, I mean, we have the data for it. We just actually completed our 2024-2025 U.S. domestic all benefits survey. Um, so I'll have to look to be sure so I don't say anything incorrect. But
Nobody fact checks on this show.
yeah, yeah,
It's really
okay,
free.
okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, my personal opinion, yeah, the cities that tend to be transplant cities always seem to thrive. Um, your Denvers of the world, large cities like Dallas, Chicago, New York, they're always going to have an influx of individuals.
We're
But
getting a lot of influx here in
yeah,
Texas. It feels like, I don't know, like most recent data on it, but it feels like for the past few years we've had a lot of folks come in
yeah,
and it was Austin for a long time,
yeah,
but now we're seeing
yeah.
it in Dallas, Houston with oil and gas starting to boom again. A lot of talent, both foreign and domestic,
Hmm.
going into Houston, as well as Dallas, frankly. So we've been the beneficiary of mobility a lot in the state.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas is a great place to be. Like lots of space, lots of people, lots of big cities, lots of options. So
Yeah. Well, you're coming here more often now.
yeah, yeah. I just took over Texas as a territory. So NTRP, Houston Relocation Professionals.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, get in the comments, y'all. Hit that like button. Get in here. I'm going to ask you, hey, Chris Murphy, we got Chris checking in. Big fan of Phillip and looking forward to hearing his perspective today. So
I'm a big
Chris,
fan of Chris, so that's perfect. Yeah,
see, that's so we just come on, we spread the love.
yeah.
Daisy Sinclair, loving. We have super cool industry friends in our office. What's up, Daisy? Jillian, hey, Phillip.
Hi, Jillian.
Right? What else is it? Question though about
Yeah.
going back to that metros thing. I think we kind of always assume people are moving to cities.
Hmm.
Is that still the case for younger talent, or are they considering maybe more rural destinations than they had in the past?
Just my own perspective on this is younger people have more flexibility now than we've ever had. And so you get to kind of decide what type of lifestyle you'd like to live. So if you're more of a nature person, you want to move to the mountains or like a more beachy place, you have more flexibility for that. You don't have to be so locked into just wherever the corporate happens to be. So in that perspective, I would say, yeah, there, people do get to be a little more choosy with where they're relocating. But at the end of the day, it's wherever the talent is needed. It's wherever your company needs you. So depending on who you work for, you might be a little more locked in.
Right.
But
and what their policies are kind of on, in office. Hit that like button, get in the comments. I want to know your thoughts. Where do you see people moving? The cool part about our community is we're all in the relocation space together, right? And so, I'm sure they have opinions as well. Here's an opinion. Here's the thing about opinions, right? Everybody's got them, okay, and they all stink, all right? Like a lot of things.
I was wondering if you were going to say that second part.
Rob Zeitz, usually a very smart person. I'll be honest. Rob is usually 90% intelligent, right? Coming from Cambridge, Massachusetts, it's a hotbed of intellectualism. Rob says lots of talent going to Dallas, but some talent leaving too and going to Green Bay. It's like Micah shot.
Yep.
That's what that was. Not his finest moment.
Leaving or ran out of town.
Or you know what? Or maybe he just ain't worth it, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay. The guy gets one sack in the game, and everyone's like, "Oh, Micah, here we go." Like, you think Micah is why the Packers beat the Lions? He got one sack in garbage time.
We'll see.
Is he worth $45 million a year?
Yeah. That's why you got to find you a Nick Bonito.
Who's Nick? I don't even know who Nick Bonito is.
You're gonna learn this year.
You're gonna learn. He said you're gonna find out. I mean, okay, all right, little Easter egg there. Yeah. Anyway, get in there. I want to hear what your thoughts are on where people are moving, but I want to talk a little bit about your career.
Yeah,
because I think it's so cool. I am a big fan of kind of homegrown talent, and that's kind of like what your career, it seems like, has been. So tell us a little bit about how you got into relocation.
Yeah, so I, coming out of college, nobody gets a degree in global mobility, right? Yeah. So coming out of college, coming out of the business school at the University of Nebraska, I'm kind of open to just seeing what's out there, seeing what's available in Omaha, because that's kind of our preferred destination at that point. And I was very fortunate. My mother-in-law is a career coach, a resume writer, so got my personal career coach in the corner.
Career coaches out here extolling the virtues of mobility?
Yeah, well,
are they the ones filling the stock of the pond?
She has friends who do a lot of what Glomo does, and they knew of NEI and knew of NEI's reputation and spoke very highly of it, saw there was an opening and thought that maybe I should apply. So I started as an assistant on the international team on operations. A role on international.
What did an assistant on the operations team do?
So we have our account executives who talk directly to the transferees, relay what the benefits they're receiving from their companies are, help them throughout the process. The assistants assist. Yeah. So you're sending out a lot of orders to service partners. You're kind of checking in on a lot of the stuff in the background. Okay. And then the account executive is more of like the face of the operation and making everything go. So a lot of, it taught me a lot in how we work, the nuts and bolts of who we reach out to, how we reach out to them, how we put out fires that come up. And the account executive is kind of quarterbacking the whole thing, and giving you a lot of instructions. So I'm not having to make any calls at that point, which is nice. Yeah. When you're younger, it's nice to just be told.
How old were you when you joined?
So I was 25 when I first joined. Okay. So I've been here for 6 years now. So.
All right. I can do the math.
Yeah.
Yep. So when did you make that move from assisting to, I don't know, getting to talk to people? When they give you a telephone? Yeah,
I was an assistant for 2 years, and then I was an account executive for a year, and then now I've been in client development for 3. Yeah.
So as soon as you started talking to people, it went really well.
Yeah, they we got to get this guy in front of more people.
More people. No. Where do we get more people from? We need more people.
It actually transitioned because NEI started a inclusion council, and I was actually on my honeymoon, and I'm in Hawaii, and I'm like, I just saw this email from work, like, do you think I should apply? And Elise, who's wonderful, I mean,
this is your wife?
My wife, yeah. She was like, you definitely should. So I did, threw my name in the ring, and then we had our first initial group of 8 or 10 people, and we're just starting out. So we're who are we? What do we do?
Right.
We need to positions. So I was like, should I run for something? Maybe like secretary or something, get my feet wet. And she's like, why not president?
Yeah.
I was like, huh, okay. So I applied.
And how old are you at this point?
27, 28.
All right.
Yeah. So I was
This
like,
reminds me of a story.
I'm just gonna go for it. And I ran and I won. And so
Isn't that funny how like
Yeah.
volunteering is more than half the battle?
yeah,
Just raising your hand.
Got to put your name out there.
Dude, I have a story like that. I was 27 years old and I was on the National Defense Transportation Association,
Okay.
NDTA of Tampa Bay at MacDill Air Force Base. I was a civilian. I was never in the military. I barely could get on base. And I show up to the meeting and like 2 meetings in, they're running for the board next year, right? Who wants to be who wants to be the secretary? Who wants to be the treasurer? Who wants to be website, right? And you never want to be treasurer. I remember that.
Yeah.
Anybody out there, you never want to be treasurer. And they said, who wants to be the president? And I raised my hand. And the wing commander, the guy that runs the whole base, leaned over to me. His name was Tanker Snyder. He was a former brigadier.
name.
I know, Tanker Snyder.
Wow.
Brigadier General Tanker Snyder. He leans over to me. He's like, why don't you let General Nguyen run? Right? He was a retired 2-star general. He was with Microsoft at that time. And I was like, I don't think he wants to.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. And so I ran unopposed for president of the thing, right? And I got all these generals and wing commanders and colonels and whatever in the room. And I served for 3 years as the president of this group.
Man.
And because nobody else wanted it.
What an experience.
It's such a cool experience. I was the same age as you. And it's almost like there's something like to being that age where you're like no offense, but like you're kind of like, you don't know what you're getting into. You're kind of like dumb enough to also raise your hand. Like you're good enough to be in the room, but you're dumb enough to raise your hand. And the other thing too, I was in a room full of military people.
Sure.
And everyone who's in the military knows the first rule in the military is you never volunteer for anything. Otherwise, you're gonna get your tail blown off. You know what I mean? So I was dumb enough to raise my hand, and then I ran unopposed. You know, but then you get in the role, and you're like, okay, sweet, I can start to make change happen.
Yeah.
You know, because as a young person, you want to get put your fingerprints on stuff and make an impact.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, we don't get that opportunity as younger people.
I totally agree. I mean, and NEI is great because they give us lots of opportunities to feel heard and to take that employee feedback in and implement changes where it needs to happen.
Right.
So like some of the stuff that we changed kind of early on in my career at NEI was expanding maternity and paternity leave. And that was direct feedback from the employees that they listened to and said, yeah, that's something we could definitely do. And now it's great. Like
That's
I
awesome.
got 6 weeks off when my son was born 6 months ago. So it was
fantastic.
wonderful.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Get in the comments here. I want to know your thoughts on volunteering for things, getting involved. What were some of those moments in your career early on that were kind of instrumental and kind of an inflection point in your career? I'd love to know. We got people checking in. We got a couple of VIPs in the comments.
Oh,
here.
yeah. Okay.
Pam Jacknick, our Phillip.
Oh, hey.
Superstar. 3 exclamation points there. So she means it. Michelle Moore.
Hey, Michelle. How's it going?
The big cheese.
I hope I'm doing all right.
Well, she's got news for you. No, it's just great to see your development and how you have applied everything you have learned over the years. You could tell they're really proud to work with you.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Love the people at NEI. Great people. What advice, though, like you talk to younger folks in this business and everything, and you're kind of like in a stage now where you may be in an area where you can actually start to give some advice. What advice would you give to
Yeah.
who are trying to figure it out and get some?
I got limited advice.
That means you have wisdom.
Yeah.
Start telling people.
My parents are a little more old school. Like I feel like there's been kind of a shift in mentality towards work where you jump around a lot. You try to, and I'm all for going after what you feel you're worth. But I think if you give companies a chance to show you that they value you, and give yourself a little bit of time to have a role open up so that they can promote you, you might find that a little more rewarding to have a career with one company that you really invest a lot of time into and a lot of effort into, and then they invest back into you. And I've only worked at NEI as an adult, at least.
Yeah.
And the career development and the personal growth has been, a direct reflection of my time.
I like where you're saying there. I mean, basically what I'm hearing you say is don't be in such a rush to job hop around.
Yeah.
Kind of really get a deeper understanding of the company.
Yeah. And see it out. And maybe you give it a couple extra years and you still decide this other opportunity is what's best for me. And that's great. I mean, I'm all for doing what's best for your family, but just don't be so quick to just move on all the time.
I totally agree, and I think we have to also inspect the reason that we're looking. And we talk to candidates all the time about this. In fact, we had someone who was an intern here, fantastic, young talent, and she worked with us for a while, and we loved having her. Super bright, right? And she went to go work for a Big Four consulting firm, and they work you like a dog.
Okay.
Consulting firms, right? And that's just kind of the deal, right? And you work your tail off for half dozen years, and you start to actually like make some money and get some traction, things start to happen.
Sure.
Right? But it's a slog, And so she's working hard, working long, crazy hours, not feeling like her work was really counting towards anything, and maybe she was just doing busy work that wasn't actually getting used, and she just was really disenchanted with the whole process. And she calls me up and she's like, "Hey, I'm thinking, maybe, you got an opportunity. Can I come back? And it had been maybe 6 months, since she had left or something." And I said, "Why are you leaving?" And she told me all these things. And I said, "Are you running away from something or are you running towards something? Are you just trying to leave Big Four or are you trying to run towards an opportunity at Global that you just think is absolutely amazing?" Because it sounds like you're running away. And if you're running away, that thing is always going to be there. And that question is always going to be in your mind. Like, could I have made it? Could I have cut it? I was like, so resolve whatever that dissatisfier is, figure it out, conquer it. And then if you still want to leave, leave.
Yeah.
But leave on your own terms and leave because it's good for you, not because something else is bad for you.
Yeah.
I
like
think
that.
you find
running towards something is always feels like it's going to be a lot more fulfilling than running away from something. So
yeah, because then you just start a pattern of running.
Yeah.
And that's why when you see people, that's why job hoppers get such a stigma, and I hate to throw that out there because
I know, and I agree. Yeah.
But people are inferring from that you tend to run away from when things get hard, which they inevitably do. You tend to bounce, and like nobody,
Yeah. And like I said, it's one of those things where I would never look at a resume and judge someone based off of how much time they spent at a certain place or anything like that.
Never.
No,
you said you would never.
I don't think so. I think honestly, I would at least be willing to see hey, what was going on? Was it a tough period in your life?
Yeah.
Do you have personal stuff
Give
going
people
on?
a chance to explain.
Yeah, an abundance of benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
So,
you're a very kind person.
try to be.
Yeah.
I try to
Wait
be.
till you have a stack of 200 resumes and you need that one person
Yeah.
and your butt's on the line because you got to pick the right one. And
Yeah.
you start getting real judgy real quick. You know what I mean? What do you say? You spend studies say you spend a second and a half, 2 seconds on each resume, because we go through this, right? And you always come into this job with the best of intentions and then you leave. It's like, but no, I hear you. I love that you would ask people that story. Sometimes they don't even tell the truth. To be honest with you. So it's you're asking if it's consider the source. Hey, we got people checking in here. Get in the comments here. What are your thoughts about staying put, changing jobs? When is it right to stay? When is it right to change? And do you agree with what Phillip's saying about kind of digging deep and kind of really giving the opportunity a chance and being rewarded for that? I have a similar story. Real quick, Michelle says you're doing great.
Oh, great.
By the
Thank
way.
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and she doesn't normally watch the show either. So thank you, Michelle. We really appreciate it. And Michelle, by the way, we have your picture on our wall of fame, don't
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
we? We need to get Michelle here to Dallas.
Yeah.
So how do I do that? Like a change.org petition or something? How do I get Michelle to Dallas?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, come on, Michelle. I'll just beg. That's what I do.
Yeah.
When I don't know what to do.
Best I can
beg.
do is get her to my office in Omaha.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
and anywhere beyond that, that's on you.
Well, Michelle, you are always welcome here. Okay. But so what you're saying though reminds me kind of of my career though, like my first real job as an adult was at Pods, and I started in the call center on the phones, and it was awful. Like 30 calls a day. Beep, thank you for calling Pods. This is Ben. How can I help you? Should I sell you a pod? Let me get that Visa, MasterCard, and whatever, right? And I was like, this is awful. But my thought wasn't, I need a new job. My thought was, I need to get promoted. I need to get out of this seat. I like the company. I just don't want to sit in the seat anymore. And so I did. And 6 months later, I was very fortunate. I got an opportunity to become the sales champion. And that led to, different types of managerial type roles and supervisory roles and stuff like that. So, I mean, so I know what you mean. Like, guys, once I started getting exposed to other parts of the business, I started learning things. I mean, it became a very formative experience for me. When did you know that relocation would be a career, though?
I
Was it as the assistant, or was it later in?
probably as an account executive.
Okay.
A year. I guess I'd technically be like I finished year 2, going into year 3. But it was always, I wanted to do something that was different every day, because I know myself and I can't just do repetitive things forever. But getting to talk to people, like, that's just aligns so well with my personality that it doesn't feel like work, because I'm just kind of being myself. And it's mutually beneficial. Like, I get joy and excitement out of meeting people, and and the company benefits too. So it's perfect. But getting to talk to transferees from all over the world, people are coming in from Sweden and from Hong Kong, from Japan, from Latin America, and it's so cool to see where they are in life and how excited they are to get this opportunity.
What an opportunity, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What a change in your life.
And it's in a lot of time. And I was at lunch with Alicia Hess today from Fogo.
Shout out to Alicia. We got to get Alicia on the pod as well.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be on the pod.
She told me she was going to listen today.
She's going to listen.
Yeah, we'll
Shout out
see.
to Alicia. Get in the comments there. We're going to put her on blast.
But
can you tag Alicia there and make sure she's out there?
Yeah. But she was saying that a lot of times when people are coming over, it's such an exciting opportunity for them. But there's ripple effects of opportunity for family members of theirs back home that they're leaving behind. Generational change is coming from this opportunity. And like, what a beautiful and exciting thing to be a part of. So it's like, we all have to work, and we all work for a reason, because we have to support our families. But when you get to do something that you feel is beneficial on a human level while working, like, it's just such a unique combination that I personally know that I'm never going to let go of.
Yeah, I agree with you. I tell people all the time, I mean, the opportunity to be present and facilitating possibly the biggest change in this person's life, and the generational impact that it has. Like, I think we might have talked about this, like, when we were having lunch in Nebraska. Your mother's from Vietnam, right?
And my dad,
And your dad, right? And imagine you weren't born here, or you weren't here. You weren't brought to this country. Were you born here?
Yeah. So my siblings and I were born here.
But imagine you weren't born here, right? Imagine they didn't come to the U.S. Like, how different your life would be.
Oh, it would be crazy.
Crazy different. And now your wife and kids, like, generational differences of opportunity and life and just all the things.
Probably wouldn't have met a girl from Omaha, Nebraska.
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
Like, and so, like, and we're doing that every day with every single person that we talk to.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of purpose wrapped up in that.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. I tell people all the time, like, I'm pretty locked into global mobility as a career. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. So I want to ask you this though. So now, as you move from being inside, and get in the comments here, I want to know what your thoughts are. What's your favorite part of the job? Michelle, see, begging works. Michelle says, I'll let you know the next time I'm in Dallas. Thank you, Michelle.
Okay.
Appreciate you so much. Sherelle says, so happy to have Phillip down here in Texas. It's great to have had him at NTRP and introduce him to many of the great Relo folks. Appreciate you, Sherelle. Thanks. You put a great conference together yesterday. 150.
Yeah, it was great. That was awesome.
It's really, really solid. Yeah. There we go. Sammy tagging Alicia Hess there. I have to get you on Love and Relo 100%. But what was that like when you made that shift from account executive, which some companies call like a relocation consultant, right? And you make that shift from account executive to being in sales. What was that shift like?
So I
remember what that was like for me.
Yeah, I had a sales internship in college, and I hated it.
Yes, interesting. What did you hate about it? Because those stick with people, and then they say, "Oh, I don't like sales. I never want to sell. I'm not good."
A portion of it was going door to door, and that part is just that's brutal.
What were you selling?
I had an internship for a company called College Works Painting.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, did you do that?
No, but I knew people that did.
Oh yeah, okay.
I started a company in Michigan with a guy who left College Works Painting because it was so rough.
Yeah.
And we started Two Bros in a Brush.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were trying to, and it lasted like 3 weeks. This is like COVID, and I started this kid. I was like, "Yo, I'll buy the brushes, buddy. You know, you want to go door to door and stir up some business? Let's do it."
Yeah.
But he was telling me about College Works.
Yeah, College Works Painting.
Real quick, tell me about that. Tell people about that.
Well, so it was a good experience in some senses, because you get experience hiring your crew, you get experience kind of like bidding out jobs for the first time.
You do the whole thing.
Oh yeah, and
you sell it.
You sell it. You paint it. You quote it.
You staff it. Yep. You paint it.
So you really are kind of running your own like regional branch of this company, but it's not for everybody. And I found out quickly that it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So like no hate to the model or anything. It just wasn't for me. And so then I was like, you know what? I think I'm not cut out for sales. And then I get to NEI and I get approached with this opportunity. And Pam is my manager.
What's up, Pam?
She was interviewing me, and I was like, I can't be like a used car salesman. Like I don't like feeling that way, and I don't think I could do it as a career. And she's like, I promise you, this is relationship building. This is not slimy. It's not like the stereotypical sales.
Right.
So even now, I kind of struggle to tell people I'm in sales. Like I always say, I'm in client development.
Yeah, we use these big fancy words because we don't say sales.
I don't want people to get the wrong impression. But at the end of the day, it is sales. But so I started in emerging markets. So I was talking to a lot of companies who had never used an RMC before, and they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what to ask sometimes. So it was a lot of relocation education, which is really fun. It really teaches you personally a lot about the industry when you're having to teach other people about the industry. So I learned a lot during those 2 years. And it was really, really great to just see the relief on people's faces. Because most of the time, it's either like a talent acquisition or like a HR person that got stuck with mobility.
Yeah.
And now they're bursting at the seams and they need help and they don't know what all is out there. So you're telling them about all the things that you can do for them, all the services you can provide, all the partners that we're connected with. And you can see the relief, like just like the stress melt away. And it was so
that's cool,
fun, so wonderful. And now, like I said, I just got this new territory. I moved into like what we call national accounts, but now we're talking to people who have established programs and they know mobility. They know what they're talking about. A lot of them are immigration experts or tax experts, so they have way more expertise than I would in those fields. And so it's more like, what are your differentiators now? Like, why should we pick you as opposed to what are you? So that's, it's been a really fun transition. It's a different challenge. So
yeah,
it's great. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy you made the jump. Because and I can understand the trepidation having been exposed to door-to-door sales, right? Yeah. And sales does have such a negative connotation, even though I think it's the best job.
We need it. It is crucial to business function.
I tell young people, I have the good fortune of talking to a lot of young people and stuff at the colleges and things that we're a part of, and I say, listen, next to being like a professional athlete or a musician, like national account sales is probably the best job out there. Like we get to travel to all these cool cities. We get to meet all these really neat people. We get to eat at these cool restaurants. We get to do podcasts and pretend we're celebrities. We get to do all this stuff.
I don't know about that part.
Well, I do it. Trust me. You do it too. You have a podcast.
Yeah.
You interviewed me on a podcast.
I'm not a
you
celebrity.
do it too. Well, just wait, buddy. Just wait. You're 31, man.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll see.
do 10 years of podcast, you'll be somebody. Trust me. It was like the guy said yesterday, Scott Augenbaum. He's like, you want to be a professional speaker, do 1,000 of them for free, and people start paying.
Yeah.
Same thing with podcasting. Do 1,000 of them, you'll be famous. But I just think it's the absolute coolest thing in the world. And yeah, it's tough and it's hard, and you're doing something a lot of people can't do. But to me, it's just the coolest opportunity. But for me, it was a big surprise what it actually entailed, because I was doing inside sales for a long time, where people would call the call center, we're moving, and I had to close them, and I had to use a lot of features and benefit statements, and I had to use those closing techniques, and rapport build, like, and manage the call and frame things and all this technical sales type stuff, technique stuff. And I remember meeting a national account salesperson that came from the relocation business. Her name was Tina Azarella. And I think she had sold cars or something, car shipping in our business a long time ago. And they hired her to go into the corporate relocation space. Somebody who kind of knew that, because it's very relational, as you know now. And she's like, give me the presentation, like give me the pitch. I need to understand the product. So I take her in a room, I get the PowerPoint deck going. I'm giving her the features and benefits. I'm giving her this. It's 4 inches off the ground. It's got it's got semi-translucent roof, so you could load later into the evening. It's got an aluminum skin for durability on the outside. It's got breathable wood on the inside. And you're starting to smile already because you're seeing where this is going. And she's like, I'm like, how'd I do? 30 minutes, super tight. I was hitting all my marks. I still got some of the pitch down, right? I was like, how'd I do? She's like, meh. I was like, what you mean, meh? I killed it. Okay. I was like, what do you mean, meh? I trained sales. I'm like, the sales champion was literally my job title for like a year. What do you mean, meh? I slaughtered this. She's like, meh. I'm like, well, why don't you show me, how would you do it? She stands up. She's like, hey, and then gives me a big old hug. I'm like, what are you talking about? What the hell are you doing? She's like, yeah, that's how I sell.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's ridiculous. First of all, you can't touch people. Second of all, you can't just go around hugging people. Like, I'm coming from a call center standpoint. I was like, HR would have me and they would fire me in 2 seconds. I start hugging everybody. And then I go to ERC. And that's all they're doing is hugging each other. Everybody's just hugging each other left and right.
Yeah. I'm a big hugger.
Yeah, I'm a hugger too.
I have to be
I didn't know I was allowed to be a hugger though.
Well, and you have people from like certain cultures that aren't very touchy-feely.
Sure, 100%.
So then like sometimes with my German friends, my Russian friends, I'm like, let me let you take the lead on hugs. Like,
Arab people, you gotta read the situation.
Yeah.
For sure.
Vietnamese people will hug you if they know you, but if they don't know you, they'll be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, why are you getting so close? No, but legit, like, we're a very touchy-feely industry, because it's all super relational.
And NEI, we're Midwest. Like, that's just the Midwest. That's just how everybody is in general. And
Michelle gives me a hug.
Yeah.
Michelle, everybody. You go to the NEI conference, everybody's hugging and handshaking. And to me, that just was like, blew my mind. And it's all about the relationships. We were just talking about this before, about how everything is so relational. And it's not yes, quality scores are important. But like, everybody says they have good quality. Everybody says that they have good customer service and smart people and great partner networks. But, we were talking to Jack Jampel 2 days ago, right? And his big thing is like, the differentiator is you.
Right. The
person, and I see that with you too, Phillip, honestly, talking to you, because I'm like, you get making those deep connections and like, you lean into that.
Yeah, it definitely is. And that's just who I am naturally. So that's why I say it's like such a perfect role for me. Because I am so concerned about coming across as fake, but I had someone tell me, like, the fact that you're concerned about that means that you probably aren't. So that kind of gave me a little bit of peace of mind. But I just don't want anyone to feel like at the end of the day, like, I do want your business. Like, I do want to work with you. Like, I love your brand. That's probably why we're speaking to you. But I'm not just here to sell you. Like, I want to hear about your life story. Like, I'm very interested in what you got going on right now. Like, where are you from? How did you get here? What was your career path like? That's so interesting for me to learn and to hear. And I try to, as best as I can, stay in contact with. We're such a department that is like constantly moving forward. So, but I try my best to stay in contact with previous contacts who, you get, once you sign with us, you start working with your client relations manager, and that's your day-to-day contact. So, um, you, like, I lose contact at that point. Like, once the contract is signed and everything, there's like not really a need for me anymore. So I kind of fade away, but and it's still nice to kind of shoot them an email every once in a while. Like, so how's it
Yeah.
going? And especially like some people, like, you kind of hear about their kids and they'll send
Yeah.
you pictures sometimes. And
Yeah.
so it's really fun to feel like I have this like network of friends all across the country. So
I have no friends here in Dallas. Like, it's a
Oh, yeah?
Thursday night and I want to go watch the game with somebody. Like, I don't even know who to call. I don't have anybody who's not related to me that I can just call and be like, but I feel like I have a lot of friends. And
It's
they're all like work people.
I always like when Elise and I talk about maybe going on vacations somewhere, I'm like, oh, I know this person and that person there.
She's like, we're not going to see them. And that's what my wife says. Did your wife say, how does your wife feel about your
she's
Relo
like,
family?
oh, I'd love to meet them. So she,
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, and
How come we ain't met then? How come I come to Omaha all the time? You never bring her out.
I've
We have
never.
lunch. We do things all the time. I don't see.
Last time
I've seen her
you were in
painting. I've seen her
Omaha.
art.
Yeah, hey, you want to see a good artist?
She's an artist. Your wife can tell just real quick. Tell people about her art a little bit.
She does it for herself. She doesn't. She's to her. It's like if I start selling these, and I get commissioned for it, it kind of sucks the soul out of the art a little bit. But we have my office at home is also like her art studio, and so I have all her paintings on the wall. And man, it's so cool. Like I'm a huge Denver Nuggets fan. I mentioned Nick Bonito. He plays for the Broncos. I'm a big Denver fan in general. But she painted me like a Dikembe Mutombo painting.
Not in my house.
So sick.
Yeah. I used to love watching Dikembe blocking shots like crazy. 55. Yeah. That's cool. I'm into painting too and art and stuff like that. And yeah, I think your wife is definitely better than me. But I totally understand what she probably means by the not wanting to sell it. Well, because also, it puts a lot of pressure. When you start taking
100%.
money for something, now it matters how good it is.
Yeah.
Before, it's just for me, I'm expressing myself, whatever, you don't like it, fine. Mm-hmm. But now, if like someone paid me for it,
you don't want to let them down. Like,
yeah.
It's not even so much they're putting pressure on you. It's just if you care, then you want to do it in a way that they'll like. And art is so subjective sometimes that it's like maybe the painting looks wonderful, but it's not exactly what they were hoping for. It doesn't mean the painting's bad.
And I think that's where commissions are hard.
Yeah.
Because when people commission, they say, because I've commissioned a couple of things, little things like, whatever. And they say, "Oh, just do whatever, just your interpretation." And then again, like, "Can we do a little more of this? Can we change this? Can we add this?"
Yeah.
And then the artist is like, "Get out of here."
Yeah.
It's like, I give it to you. So that's why just paint it and then put it on the wall and sell it as it is, and no changes. Anyway, I want to ask you a little bit about the family and the work, because we got conference season coming up.
Mm-hmm. We're in the thick of it.
I guess really basically NTRP, Great Lakes happening, C-Mark's doing their thing. And you're right, this is the beginning of it. Dude, I'm going to be on the road. I'm going from Omaha to I'm going from Dallas to Omaha to New York to Salt Lake City, like 10 days in a row.
Yep.
Same suitcase, not coming home.
Yeah.
Like, it's brutal.
I mean, all the fall conferences are going, like Rocky Mountain's going on next week. I'm unfortunately gonna have to miss that, but we have Houston the following week. I have like a week off, and then
How do you just had a baby though?
we did, yeah.
How do you do all this?
I don't do anything. My wife and my mother-in-law are just wonderful, and she's a nurse, and so she works, but she just has like a really great supportive attitude towards it all. Like it's fun for me, to go to these things, but it's also for work, and she's very in the mindset of this is beneficial for your career. This is beneficial for us as a family. Like although it is a sacrifice, like it's harder. And my oldest is only 2.5, so he doesn't fully understand what, daddy's going on an airplane means.
Does he miss you a lot?
Yeah, that's the hardest part, is that he asks about me and misses me, and we try to say it in a way that he can kind of understand and grasp, but he only gets it to a certain extent.
Well, and at that age too, I remember my kids were that age. They don't really know how many days something is.
Yeah,
totally. So you're like, oh, I'm going to be gone for 4 days. That's 4 sleeps. That's 4 bedtimes or whatever. They don't know. I don't think my kids missed me that much. To be honest with you, like, I don't know, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if
it could just mean that they're more independent of a personality.
I hope you're right. Yeah. I choose to believe that. But yeah, so what do you think about, like, when people talk about work-life balance and everything?
I mean, it's important. I'm very, obviously, like, pro work-life balance.
Well, what are you gonna say? You're not. Like, I mean, of course.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like what work-life balance means to everyone is a little different. And like for me, it's our scheduling for work is a little flexible. So it's like if you have to like run out for something, it's not a huge deal. If you have like a doctor's appointment, not a huge deal. So like that type of flexibility is great. Like if I can go in a little early if I want, leave a little late if I want, front load meetings, if I have to go pick up the kids today or something, it's, you get to kind of be in charge of your own schedule for the most part, and you're trusted to be an adult. You're hired to be a professional. You're trusted to be a professional until you give them a reason to not believe that you're being professional. But with that type of flexibility, it's great because I always, my parents didn't work in career fields where they could close the nail salon early to come watch me practice or go to football games all the time. So I always wanted to try to pursue a career in something where I could be there to watch the practices. I could go to the sporting events. I can go to like, school plays, whatever it may be. And we're not there yet. My kids are still young, but being in a position where I feel like, I can definitely incorporate that into my work schedule is really empowering, and it really endears the company to me. Yeah. So I'm very happy, very, very excited for the future. So
yeah, that's cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun watching those kids grow up. Somebody once told me, they said the days are long, but the years go by fast. Yeah, and that is so true. I mean, my boys are 7 and 10, and while they're still young and in like kind of a sweet spot of an age, I look at them, I'm like, you're like a boy. You're like a grown boy. Like my 10-year-old, he's already getting angsty and tweenish and little attitude and this and that.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang, like where'd my little nugget go? My little cuddle muffin.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
I mean, PJ is, he's been a baby for so long, and now he's just like a full-blown little kid. Like
it feels like he's a baby forever, and you kind of want them like, okay, can we get out of diapers? Can we sleep through the night? And like, can we get to these milestones? But you can't go backwards. You try to speed the kids up sometimes, but you can never.
It's also hard to tell day to day. Like day to day, it doesn't seem like he changes all that much. But then you look through pictures, and it's just, it's crazy. And then we had our second kid, Roman, and seeing where Roman is now, and my brain is kind of trying to connect the two of like, I thought this is what PJ looks like, but it's really not,
Yeah. So. My kids look so different. It's so funny too with the looks. Like they get some of this from their mom, some of this from their dad, and you're like, and it's cool. They're just different. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a really cool time we're going through. Getting back to work stuff though, I'm kind of curious about, we were at an NTRP yesterday, and there's so many different types of suppliers in the room, and people will come up to me, and especially people who are newer in the business, and they say, I love watching your show because I understand all the pieces of the puzzle and how they all fit together, because a mover is always trying to figure out, well, what does that got to do with moving? What's DSP got to do with moving? And it all kind of comes together. And from your perspective as an RMC person, as an RMC salesperson, what is the value of all of those different partnerships and supplier relationships?
I mean, it's we couldn't do what we do without partners. Like our whole thing is, hey, we have this network, and we as an RMC, I know some RMCs do and some don't, but we don't own any other lanes of business. So it's not like we own a freight forwarder or anything that we need to
Right.
funnel our clients into. So we truly do just rely on service partners for every piece of the relocation, and then we manage.
So it's really kind of independent like that.
Yeah, so it's you know, so those partnerships are invaluable. I mean, and our service partners hold themselves to that level of standard, but it's also on us to ensure that level of quality because, you know, we're saying like, hey, we're gonna do a great job for you, and we have this partner who's terrific, and we just need to make sure that that's the case. Like I always tell people that selling is easy for me because I just go out there and tell the truth, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
So, you know, like we're the best. Like I believe that. You know, our quality scores are through the roof. That's the truth.
Yeah.
So when I say these partners are terrific and you're gonna love this service and all of those types of things, like I've seen it play out thousands of times, and thousands of reviews come in of like, I loved my account executive. I loved my experience with this household goods partner. I loved my time in this temp living. You know, it's the perfect spot. I was hoping for something like that. So having these partners who make our words come to life and come true for these transferees, it's invaluable.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how it all kind of comes together, and then you get to go to these conferences like GPA and stuff.
Yeah.
You guys host, and all the partners coming together. And you know, I'll tell you what, as a supplier in this industry for a lot of years, I always enjoyed being brought into kind of strategic level conversations with my client or my RMC partner, and I always enjoyed kind of co-presenting even. You know, I think that's an area where, frankly, I think RMCs could even, you know, maybe even bolster, you know, their approach and from a sales perspective by bringing these suppliers who have such quality relationships
Yeah.
into the actual presentation process, where it's like, you know, I mean, how many times, you know, you do a best and final, does anyone invite suppliers to it?
I would say the way we approach it is because it depends. When an RFP comes out, you really get a sense of what are they looking for? What is this client looking for? A lot of times they're just trying to see, how does RMC work? How do we partner together? And tell us about how you service us once we sign on with you. So in that case, it's not so needed to have like specific partners come in for specific lanes of business. But I will say, like just recently, just this past one of these most recent RFPs, best and finals that we went through, that we ended up winning the business. They had a big emphasis on, what do you know about our headquarters city? What do you know about this area? What do you know about these neighborhoods that we?
Is that because they're relocating a lot of folks
to their headquarters? Yes.
Right.
And so, you know, we're saying we have terrific partners on the ground, real estate agents, reload directors that will do a great job. We brought in, you know, one of the, I can't remember if it's like a reload director or like the actual real estate agent, to do that presentation with us, but we had a small section for them to kind of go, here's everything we know about the area, here's how we would sell the area, here's the areas that we would show your employees if they were to come in, and then the client, you know, they're knowledgeable about these things that they're asking, so they're going to fire questions the way that me being from Omaha, I'm not going to know.
You're not going to know
Dallas.
Well, and that's super strategic, right? Because it's not just about the logistics of getting someone in their household goods to an area and finding a home and moving in. It's about, how am I selling this talent on coming to this place? And if I can't sell the talent on coming to the place, then they're not going to take the job. If they don't take the job, then we can't do the mission. You know, and I think that is so crucial. And I think that companies need to be leaning on their RMC to help sell the assignment. And if they do that, RMCs obviously have to lean more on their suppliers to give them the information they need.
Yeah. I'd say anytime that we can tell that it's important enough to the client where we should bring someone in, we always do. So.
Yeah. Very cool. Sherelle says NEI does a great job partnering with their service providers, service partners, and empowering their team to truly care about their clients and their needs. What a nice thing to say, Sherelle. Hit that like button, y'all. Get in the comments. We're having a great talk with Phillip Nguyen here, Director of Global Client Development at NEI. But Phillip, the time has come.
The serious stuff.
To play a game.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I think so.
All right.
I can't remember
we'll see.
what I prepared for this.
The game is overrated, underrated. Do you know how to play, Phillip?
I do know how to play.
You think you do. Let's see. I'm going to give you a topic, and
Okay.
you're going to tell me if it is either overrated or underrated. And then I will tell you if you are correct.
Oh, okay.
All right. Twist.
Yeah.
All right. First topic up. Get in the comments here. Let Phillip know if he's right. Maybe you'll sway my decision making. Overrated, underrated. Dressing up for work.
Underrated.
Ooh.
Yeah. I
think you're like sucking up to me right now with this one.
No. I'll have to zoom out so you can see my outfit.
Yeah, he's got a little fit on. He's got some what is that, window pane kind of pants.
Socks on.
Got the socks. He's got the socks. He's got some cap toe with the broguing in it. Very nice shoes there. A little sweater.
We you know, as my generation, we have a view where it's like you don't need to wear a suit to work every day.
It's almost frowned upon, right?
To be a professional. Right?
Yeah.
Professionalism is how you act. It's not.
Well, it's your generation, but it's also older generations. I used to get it all the time. I mean, I'm an elder millennial. Yeah. No, I wore a tie to work for 12 years probably every day. And all these older guys would be like, I've been wore a tie my whole career. I don't need it. I worked hard, so I don't have to, I can wear a polo shirt now. And like, they would get mad at me because they felt like I was taking them back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer. This goes back to high school football, but it's like look good, feel good, play good, and
if you look good, you feel good, you play good, they pay good. That's what Coach Prime used to say.
Yeah, and then you know my parents are also part of the generation that's like you dress for the job that you want.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's kind of ingrained in me to when I think of business in general, I think of it as a little more buttoned up. But my personal beliefs for everyone else outside of myself is, you know, I wouldn't judge someone's professionalism based on if they're wearing a suit or not. You can wear a suit and be terrible, and you can be in like khakis and a polo, a little more dressed down, and be the most professional person. So, and like kind of circling back to the Inclusion Council, we took a look at our dress code and was like, dude, is this super necessary? Like, you know, can we lax a little bit in these areas? And it was a great conversation, great discussion. I learned a lot about like the value of, you know, maintaining like a higher baseline and kind of how it sets the tone and sets the mentality for people when they come to work. But then also like we kind of got our point across of like, you know, if you allow people to be themselves a little bit more, like it'll be good for the culture. So it was a nice compromise and, you know, but I still choose to dress up every day. So, but that's just me. You know, it's not like a forced thing.
Well, but I think it's rewarded, right? Because you know you're getting put in front of customers.
Yeah, I also feel like a duty to, you know, if I'm outward facing, I'm the first person that people are going to see. So NEI is going to be like me in somebody's mind, and I don't want to come across as.
Yeah, you know, that whole art, so I love everything you're saying, and I will maybe disagree a little bit, right?
Yeah,
with the whole, you know, you can be professional in a suit, you can be professional in a polo. Yeah, sure. But dressing up requires a certain level of being intentional. It requires forethought. It requires preparation. You know, it's funny, you know, in England or in Britain, they'll be like, oh, he's dressed smart.
Oh, interesting.
Well, smart means well dressed, or smart casual. You've probably heard smart casual, right? You know, dress. But it's funny how they actually use the same word for dressing well and actually being intelligent.
Interesting.
And I think that you're right. You can be really smart in a tee. I came in here on Saturday and I'm wearing a t-shirt. I got a backwards hat on. You know, I got my jewelry on, whatever, you know, and I'm in shorts and Crocs. Okay. And I come in here, I meet the owner of a company downstairs who's a private equity guy, and we're talking. And I think I didn't look very smart, but I think he found out pretty quickly that I was reasonably intelligent. But I didn't get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I had to earn it. Whereas I think you give yourself the benefit of the doubt when you come and you look good.
Yeah.
If you look good, the people assume that you're not a total idiot.
It's just, and that's why, and since I'm so outward facing, like that's why I want to take one less thing off the table so that it's not like a distraction and we can just focus on what we need to focus
Or
on.
maybe it's the opposite of a distraction. Maybe it's an attraction.
Yeah, man.
Like, hey, I like your shoes, or hey, I like your, that's a nice watch. All right, that's, and now it's like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, Sherelle says Phillip's nickname is Mr. GQ.
That's Ginny Taylor.
One person calls you that.
I joined the client development team the same day she did. And so we kind of met each other and she was like, oh, here comes GQ. And I'm like, stop. But now she just calls me that all the time.
Can I give you a little trivia?
Yeah.
Do you know what GQ stands for? Does anyone know what GQ stands for? Somebody's going to look it up. Okay. It stands for Gentleman's Quarterly.
Okay. I knew it was a magazine. I didn't know it was Gentleman's Quarterly. Okay.
Gentleman's Quarterly. Now, here's the real trivia, though.
Okay.
Do you know why it's called Gentleman's Quarterly? You don't. You would think it's a magazine for gentlemen and it's published quarterly, right?
Okay.
Because the original founder and editor's name was Gentleman.
Really?
Check that. Fact check me. Somebody's looking at me like I'm crazy. I get this look a lot. Fact check me on that. I was actually out of subscription to GQ growing up in high school and stuff. Anyway, but yeah, no, Mr. GQ, whatever you go. Good for you.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Dressing up for Sherelle can confirm. Yeah, dressing up for work, definitely underrated. Definitely underrated.
I think so.
For Phillip.
Yeah.
Am I correct, Samara? Wow.
Funny.
Begrudgingly.
Gentleman. What a name. You got to bring that back.
Yeah, hey, yeah. I don't know.
This is my son, Gentleman Nguyen.
My son, Mr. Gentleman. Gentleman. All right, let's keep it moving here. Next one up, overrated, underrated. The Chiefs.
Oh. Overrated.
Overrated, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Chiefs have won a lot of games lately, and you're saying they're overrated.
Every kingdom in history has fallen.
Chiefs kingdom is next.
Hey, wow. Everyone has their time.
Every kingdom has fallen. This is intense. Thought we were having a nice little talk about shoes, and he's like over here taking down the Chiefs kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. A little Bronco hatred maybe in your blood there.
A little bit.
Okay.
I can't. Our rest in peace. Our previous owner of the Broncos, Pat Bowlen, had a famous quote where I think one of our division rivals, maybe the Raiders, was in the Super Bowl, and someone was interviewing him and asking him like, you're going to cheer for your division to win, and he's like, he said, I would die before I cheer for anyone in our division. And that's just kind of the mentality that I've had my whole life is if we can't win, I'm happy if anybody else wins besides the Chargers, the Raiders, or the Chiefs.
With all due respect, he is dead now.
Yeah.
So you can now support the Chiefs.
No, that was a personal mission. So it was a call to action.
It was a call to action.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, they are overrated. Didn't they lose their first game to the Chargers?
Yeah.
I think the Chargers beat them, right? And
the third best team in our division beat them. So
yeah. So I think I think the Chiefs are overrated. Yeah. All right. You know what? You got 2 points there. 2 points so far. Overrated, underrated. Next one up. The NFL. Pretty highly rated.
Yeah. Can I say appropriately rated?
Remember the first rule? Overrated or underrated? You said you know how to play the game.
Yeah.
You come in here with properly rated. Come on, man.
I can't say underrated.
I know.
It's so highly rated.
Well, you could say under because it is highly rated. So it could be, under, yeah, because it can't be. Oh, man, real predicament.
But it's not real overrated. I'll say underrated.
Underrated, NFL underrated.
I'm going to go international perspective. It's underrated.
There's a lot of opportunity for growth.
Yeah.
Our good friend Jose Abatli owns a piece of the Paris Musketeers in the European Football League.
Yeah.
They want the NFL to come buy them and bring some of that NFL, mojo to Europe, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they could expand. I mean, you look at how big soccer is, right? And you have all these massive leagues, and every country has a league, you know. Well, football really, I mean, I guess Canada, CFL, right? They have, I mean, that's something up there.
Yeah.
We don't check for it down here, but that's something up there. But I mean, every country could have a football. So, you know, I think the NFL, it's hard to say underrated.
Yeah, because I was thinking of it from a U.S. perspective, and everyone that I know at least like just loves football so much. But internationally, yeah, outside of the U.S., there's really not a ton of love for it. So
Not at all.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's like I don't know. It's like cricket here, where it's like big in other
Yeah.
countries, but nobody's checking for it.
I watched a documentary on cricket once. It was awesome.
Okay. Well, we have a cricket league here now in the States.
Oh, do we? Okay.
We do.
I saw Team USA beat like Pakistan or something, and it was a huge upset a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, yeah, like go US, you know. But
Samara, you follow cricket more than NFL football? She's like way more.
Yeah.
We're trying to teach Samara the rules to football.
okay,
It's. You picked the pretty and
How
the
do
pretty
you feel
and
about
the pretty
that?
men. That's what pretty colors is the game winner. Fantasy
Yeah.
football, the pretty men.
okay. Sure.
It's, I mean, it's something. It's better than the way I pick games. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I pick just losers, basically. That's what I pick.
And you said you're a Cowboys fan?
See, why you got a terrible segue? Epic, historically bad segue. Yes, I'm a Cowboys fan. I got my picture of Jerry Jones on that wall of fame
that's
over
actually
there.
really cool.
It's super cool. I'm gonna get that thing signed, and it's gonna be like, yeah, Jerry's a fan. You know, I might get it signed and send him a copy, like I did for your office as
You're
well.
welcome. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. All right, NFL underrated. 3 points for Phillip. Going strong here. He's on a heater. Overrated, underrated, the WNBA.
Oh, underrated.
Why is that?
Totally underrated. I mean, these girls are hoopers. Man.
They're hooping.
They are so
They're
stinking
hooping.
good. Paige Beckers is my favorite.
Oh,
player.
really? Oh, you're a
yeah.
Dallas fan now.
Well,
Hello,
guess
Dallas
so.
Wings.
Dallas Wings, yeah. I was,
Paige, UConn.
UConn is phenomenal.
They are.
They're so good. But
UConn, okay.
that's why I was asking.
UConn women's basketball or UConn men's basketball?
Well, I'm not a huge fan of the men's basketball. They did win a couple of championships, so I can't say they're bad. But
Yeah, there's one of few. The women's team is so much better.
yeah.
It's funny, Jill, our friend here in the office, CT, Connecticut
Yeah.
person, season ticket holder
That's
to
why
the men's.
I was asking if she went to
Never goes to the women's games.
UConn. Oh, really?
I know. I'm like, that's the team to follow.
That's a guarantee.
Dynasty. That's probably
guaranteed
one of the
win.
greatest dynasties in sports history.
Yeah. That's like a traveling, like even back in the day. I mean, women's college basketball has become so much more popular in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like the only time women's college basketball would be like a blip on the radar is if UConn was coming to town. That was
Yeah.
the only time. It was a traveling show.
And then it's a Caitlin Clark thing. But
yeah,
you know what I think women's college basketball is better than men's college basketball. And I think it's because of the stars.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the stars because the women play 4 years.
yeah, and they stay.
And so that's why Caitlin Clark was able to break Pete Maravich's all-time scoring record. Pete Maravich's record, can you look this up? Pete Maravich, his scoring record, he was with LSU. And he had like, I don't know, 35,000 points. Something like that.
Good old Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete, right? And can you find out when he played at LSU? That record stood, I want to say like 1969 or something. That record stood for 50 years or whatever. I can't do the math.
Yeah.
But a lot of years.
With no 3-point line.
With no three, which is crazy.
And
no
yeah,
3-point line.
just a walking bucket.
Just a bucket and a half.
Yeah.
But it stood forever. But then Caitlin Clark was able to break it because she started 4 years. And people just don't. It's not like great ballers haven't come along since
you
Pistol
endear
Pete.
yourself to the fans. You give fans a chance to get to know
And
you.
now I know your name because I've
Yeah.
watched you in back to back to back
Yeah.
Final Fours or whatever. You know, just like Juju over at USC now. I'm checking for her. You know, like Paige
Hey,
Beckers.
Juju, that's Michael Jordan. She's
Juju's
coming.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From 1967 to
1970.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So 55 years that record, or 53 years that record stood. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I that Audi, that gal from Iowa State, she's a tank.
yeah.
You know, I love watching her.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the whole beef between Caitlin and the gal from LSU, Angel Reese.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I mean, I know more players on the women's college basketball game than I do on the men's. Because the men are like one and done, two and done.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, WNBA. And now and then so you get to know them in college and they go to the pros.
Right.
And now you know them. So I'm watching games. I know who the
It
players
feels
are.
like WNBA feels like the early days of the NBA, like the merger back in the 70s. It definitely feels like that right now.
Yeah. Well, you know, want to say also with the physicality of it.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are out there. They're throwing hands.
I know.
They're getting down.
Crazy.
Yeah. The drama, the relationships.
Yeah.
It's got drama. It's got intrigue. It's got romance. It's got all sorts of stuff going on that you don't ever find in the men's game.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm here for it. Yeah. 100%. Okay. Underrated WNBA. And people, you know, last thing about this, people used to say it was the play, right? Like, oh, they're not as good, not as fast, you know, can't dunk, blah, blah, this and that. I think it was really just, for me, they didn't have as many stars that I was invested in. Because once the stars came along, like, and I started to like get invested in the stars, all of a sudden I found myself caring about the game a lot more. And maybe the level of play like increased a little bit.
I'm sure it has.
But I really think, I think it's the stars.
Yeah.
I think
I could be wrong.
It's a stars league. It was like when Jordan and Bird and Magic changed the NBA.
Right.
And all of a sudden people start caring about it because that's star power.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've not been yet to a game. We were going to go watch the Paige Beckers play Caitlin Clark.
She's out.
Tickets were crazy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and then she didn't play.
Yeah.
When's she coming back?
I think she's out for season.
Can we get an update on Caitlin Clark? Stats and information. Yeah. Can we get an update on Caitlin Clark's injury and when she's coming back? Yeah, that's so sad. She's so fun to watch. And like watching Kelsey Plum try to like shut her down. Like I kind of like Kelsey Plum a lot too.
Yeah.
I like a lot of these. Van Lith, you know, she transferred to TCU over here. She was a bucket. She played with Angel Reese too at LSU. We got a prognosis there on her return.
Out over the past 7 weeks.
Out for the season, probably.
I think so.
All right, you got 4 points now.
Crazy. What's the record?
You're not gonna.
Okay.
You don't got enough chances. We only got 5 for you, buddy.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes we had done one with like 8.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it went to extra innings.
Hey.
We'll see. It's okay. It's not a competition.
I wouldn't give me 8 shots at it either if I was the record holder.
Oh, it's a conspiracy. All right, last one up. Overrated, underrated. Feels like summer. Summer. Overrated, underrated.
I
Summer.
think overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah, overrated.
Wow.
I'm more of a fall guy and spring. Spring is like, you get that like breath of life of energy coming back into you. And then it's great. And you get into summer and it is just dog hot.
Yeah.
All the time.
It gets hot like that up in Omaha.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have like 4 true seasons in Nebraska, which I really enjoy. But I mean, the dead of summer is just 95
summer here
to
never
100.
Yeah. Okay.
Humid.
Summer here never ends. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And when you're in those cities that get really cold, and Omaha probably gets pretty cold, right? When you're in those areas, like I was up in Michigan, right, and then all of a sudden, like it breaks, and spring happens. It's like glorious.
Yeah.
It's like God has come down Himself, and like you're just like, oh, we can do something now.
Yeah.
Because you've been holed up forever.
And fall's great too. It's like you kind of, the weather's coming down a little, but it's still nice enough.
I'm with you. I think
Football's back.
Football, yeah.
Man.
My birthday's in the fall. I think fall's fantastic. Yeah. Fall's underrated. Summer.
I think summer is only overrated because we got 3 months off as school kids, and everyone goes through that same experience.
I think that's crazy too. And you're going to experience this when your kids get school age. Why are we giving kids off for 3 months? You literally unlearn stuff. You go back in the first few weeks, you're literally just relearning the stuff you ended with.
Especially me. I wasn't doing summer readings.
No. I'm just going to go, you know what I did? I had younger siblings. So I ended up going home and watching Sesame Street. I become so dumb. I basically start over. I go back to letter K, sponsored by the letter K. Like I'm 6 weeks in India. That's why they're so smart over there.
Well,
you get 6 weeks off in India. They're doing something right.
Yeah.
You know, the year-round school now, I think, is gaining some traction and popularity. In North Carolina, they were trying it out. You know, give people a few weeks. Go have a little vacay. Go have a holiday, proper European holiday. But like, come on, 3 months? What are we doing? And then childcare and like, how do you even?
Childcare is like where I'm kind of drawing a blank of how we're going to approach that.
Yeah, this is like a legacy system from like back when people would go be in agrarian societies and have to go plant and harvest stuff. Like this, I don't need 3 months. Yeah, I mean, I don't got no cows and chickens and crops. We're not planting corn out here. I don't know about y'all. Maybe y'all
We got a lot of that up there.
Got a lot of-
Remember I said it was humid? It's all that corn sweat.
It's like corn sweat.
Yeah. It's releasing billions of gallons of water into the air. And,
Corn sweat.
Yeah.
Is that the real thing?
oh yeah, look it up.
Corn
Look
sweat.
up how many billions
Who you-
of gallons of water get released by corn in Nebraska.
Wow.
And we're surrounded, right? It's Iowa, all
Surrounded by corn,
Like,
just sweating all over you.
yeah, it's
Corn sweat.
yeah.
Man, I was up there. I was up hanging out with my friends over at Dacos up in Norfolk. Shout out to Norfolk, Nebraska. I have a fork mug in the break room. I have to show it to you. It's beautiful. And we're driving to Omaha, and there's corn everywhere. It's like, wow, y'all make a lot of corn. Like the corn must be. He's like, no, that's cow corn.
Yeah.
It's not even for human
It's
consumption.
like 95% feed corn and then 5% like sweet corn, human corn.
I heard like the human corn is like from Iowa or something.
Iowa is like the bulk majority of theirs is sweet corn. When we have a small percentage that is, but that's not what we grow. It's all feed corn for cows.
Got it. Just for feeding the beef.
During the peak stretch for water use, an acre of corn transpires between 4,000 and 8,000 gallons of water per day.
Per day, an acre of corn.
And that's 1 acre.
4,000 to 8,000 gallons of corn sweat per day.
Yeah.
So it is humid. You're surrounded by it.
Oh yeah. Your sweat it's like hot, it's 100 degrees outside, and your body's like sweat cooling system doesn't work because they're like, why are we already wet?
We're already wet. Everything going on.
Yeah.
Man, summer's overrated. Too much corn sweat. Get it out of here. Nice. Look at you. 5 points, huh? 5. Perfect game. How does it
I like
feel
it.
to
Yeah,
pitch
it's good.
a perfect game?
It's just my opinion. You could have told me I was wrong. I would have still stuck with
I
it.
would have if you were, but you weren't. You just nailed it. You just go through. You're just super efficient.
You know,
Just
I was telling you before we started rolling, but I tend to win so often that they changed my last name to it at one point.
So it's an earned surname.
Yeah.
It's actually a nickname. GQ Win.
Yeah.
Wow, you're just such an impressive individual. Shout out to Shelby Weber in the comments here.
Oh, hey, Shelby.
Checking in. Shelby says she's out for the season. Yeah. Zach Turbis checking in. What's up, Zach? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, we had some good folks in there. We're over time. Hey, are we gonna get some Vietnamese food, dude?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited.
I'm excited. So what's your go-to order?
So pho is like the national dish, right? That's
Yeah.
like what Vietnamese
That's
food
what
is kinda
people
for.
know for. It's synonymous.
But I'm more of like a rice and meat kind of guy. I also love the banh mi's.
What is the
Gum.
okay, gum?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's spelled with a C, but it's pronounced
Yeah.
with a G.
Kind of, yeah.
Gum.
It's a combination, yeah.
Gum
Gum.
da something.
So it depends. Yeah, that's probably what you're trying to say. But it's like
Ja.
gum
Gum ja.
sum bay.
Gum
Gum
ja.
sum bay ja.
Gum say ja.
Yeah.
Just trying.
Yeah.
What did you just describe?
It's rice, like a grilled
Grilled pork?
either pork or beef. Get a little egg on there. They have pickled carrots and daikons.
Daikon relish, yep. Daikon.
Comes with some
relish.
cucumbers, some
Oh yeah.
fish sauce.
See, I like all that except I go with the bone, the vermicelli noodle, and not the rice
Yeah,
because I'm a bit.
yeah. Hey, it's good.
It's all good.
It's all
man.
good.
It's all good. But I do the roast pork as well. I do I do the bone. How do I say that properly?
The what?
The bone.
Oh, boom.
Bone.
Yeah,
Bone. Get the bone.
yeah.
All right. That's what I'm having for dinner.
Good.
But I might take a little side of like sometimes I sneak a sneaky little half a banh mi on the side.
Yeah.
How do I say banh mi?
Banh mi.
Banh mi.
Yeah, banh
Banh
mi.
mi.
Yeah.
My.
It's like me.
Me.
Yeah, banh mi.
Banh mi.
Yeah.
Well, I say banh mi, but that's
Yeah.
my accent. Am I saying it right? Just bad accent.
It's people would know what you were saying. Yeah.
People get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it usually comes correct. Like it
Yeah.
usually is what I ordered. Okay. Well, I'll learn some more tonight.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll sneak a little side, like a little half of one of those on the side. You know why I like Vietnamese food?
Besides, it's the best.
Well, yeah, well, it's okay. A lot of freshness going on, right? Like fresh flavors, a little tangy with the daikon, radish, pickled radish, the fish sauce, or maybe the hoisin sriracha. Like there's like a little like tangy vinegariness to it. The roast pork, but like when you get a banh mi on that French bread,
Oh yeah.
and the colonialism's generally a bad thing,
Yeah.
but there's like a little bit of like you get that good bread,
Yeah.
and maybe there's
I've had people ask me that.
maybe
They're
there's a little pate on there.
You guys got baguettes in Vietnam? And I'm like, open a history book.
It's complicated, but yeah, like one good thing came out of this.
Yeah.
No, but and then sometimes they put a little pate on the
Yeah.
meat.
Dude. Oh, pate.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that richness, that little umami that you're just like, what is this? And then the jalapeno, like a fresh jalapeno. Like that's the other thing. In Texas, all the jalapenos are pickled here, which is like fine, whatever, cool, fine. But like a fresh jalapeno, like a thinly sliced fresh jalapeno.
They're big. We're a big spice people. So my spice tolerance is super, super high. So I need to remind myself to keep it in check when I'm ordering for other people.
Yeah.
But man, growing up, my stepdad would just eat have a little bowl of red chili peppers on the side.
Yes.
Like, bite of food, bite of chili pepper.
Like the little Thai bird's eye
Little
chilies.
skinny red ones.
Yeah. Oh, those are hot.
Yeah.
You handle spice really well.
I handle it. I've gotten worse the last couple
really?
days.
Yeah.
They were making fun of me. Our Mexican friends were making fun of me last night at dinner because I said the bacon was spicy. I caught like a little chili flake in my throat, and I'm like, this kind of got a little heat on it. And they're like, just laughed at me all night long. Shout out to Francisco Solis and Patrick Valdez and that server from the restaurant for getting on me last night. She said she'd watch the program. No, but let me ask you this though: those summer rolls.
Yeah, spring rolls. Yeah.
So the summer with the rice paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spring rolls.
You keep going back to spring.
Yeah.
Is it because summer's overrated?
No, because it's the name.
Okay, because the spring rolls are usually fried though, no?
No,
wait,
those
did I catch
are
'em? Did I catch 'em?
no. Those are what do you call it in English? I only know
Spring
these
roll.
words in Vietnamese.
He's about to give me one. Watch.
It's all same.
I think
thing.
you're just
You can-
anti-summer. I
you
think
can
summer and the Chiefs are catching a lot of strays right now.
Yeah.
I think-
Anyone named Summer, don't talk to me.
So I would see them differentiated as spring rolls and summer rolls because they're more fresh. They're fresher because they've got to get in that summer body, get that body right.
Okay.
That pool body, So anyway, so it's fresh and it's got the vermicelli noodle and maybe the shrimp, and that's
shrimp,
the fresh
pork,
basil
beef,
maybe's in
whatever.
it. Like got some stuff going, and you got that peanut sauce.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm just like using it like a spoon.
And it's
Get
so
after it.
fresh. It's like Vietnamese food tends to be fresh because it's like they're pulling everything out of their whole country is just coastline. So we're pulling everything out of the ocean, or we grew it on like the rice paddies and stuff like that. So then the rest is vegetables. Yeah. So all the dishes are so fresh and so like nothing's processed or anything like that. So it's one of the best parts about eating Vietnamese food.
So yeah, I'm down. And then I love the coffee.
Oh yeah, café soda.
Yeah. Well, and some of that is some of that you know what? So I love New Orleans.
Okay.
I love New Orleans. Like might move there.
Oh no! Wow.
Maybe I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. See how this global thing works out, and then
Yeah.
But I go there and like I price places when I leave. Like I'm in Zillow at the airport. Like how much would just like a little 2-bedroom cost? Anyway, love New Orleans. Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah.
New Orleans, I'm going with the chicory coffee.
Yep.
When I go to the Vietnamese spot and I get me the coffee or the iced coffee, with the condensed milk, and they use the same coffee that they use in the French Quarter of New Orleans.
Right. This circles back to the baguettes.
You see where I'm going? You see where I'm
Yeah.
going, right? So anyway, there's just so many things.
I think you'll be surprised to find that the architecture in New Orleans is some overlap with Vietnam as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm another reason I gotta go visit. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm hungry. I didn't eat lunch today. So thank you so much, Phillip, for being here.
Thanks for having me. This has been a blast.
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Not nearly as nice as y'all's studio.
Well,
Just gonna say that
I got nothing to do with that. So shout out to everyone involved.
Yeah, for sure. All right, take care, y'all. We will see you next week in Austin, actually. We're gonna be doing 3 shows from Austin next week, maybe 2.5. We don't know. We're gonna flip a coin on Tuesday. Yeah, we're going to be at the Texas SHRM Global Business Conference doing supplier interviews on Wednesday, doing corporate interviews on Thursday, and we might just talk somebody into letting us interview them on Tuesday before the Lil Wayne concert.
Nice.
Should be a good time, y'all. Take care, everybody. Catch you next week.